Hi friends, welcome to our first studies YouTube channel. This is part 29 in Python playlist. In this video, we are going to discuss about sets in Python. This is actually continuation videos to our previous video. In our previous video, we have discussed about what is set, how to access any element from the sets, how to update, and everything related to sets at high level we have already discussed in our previous video. So this video is just like a continuation of it. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to perform join for the sets and also some couple of methods which are available in the sets. So this is what we are going to discuss in this video. If you haven't watched my previous video, I strongly encourage to watch that previous video first and then watch this video in the Python playlist. Then only you will get the things properly. So if you have seen my previous video, as I said, set is nothing but like a one of the data type in Python which will help you to store multiple items into a single variable. So to store multiple items into a single variable, there are basically four types of data types available: list, tuple, dictionary, and set. About list and tuple we have already discussed in our past videos. Even for the sets at high level we have discussed in our previous video. About dictionaries we are going to discuss in our upcoming video. So set is, as I said, it is like a data type which will hold multiple items into a single variable. So this is how the syntax will be. You will be using open flower bracket, close flower bracket, and between you will be using your items here. So here there is a strings like apple, banana, cherry. All these items are available in this set. So this is how you declare the set actually. And as I said in our previous videos, set will not allow duplicate values. Set it don't have any order, and you cannot change the values inside the set, and there is no indexing available for the set items. So this is all we discussed in our previous video. I am not going in detail about it. So this video we are going to discuss how to perform the join between the two sets. For example, here let's assume I have two sets like this, set 1 and set 2. Then how to perform join between those two and get some required outputs. So let's assume there are couple of functions like union. So union is one function that will help you to perform the join between two sets, and this union will try to create a new set, and that new set will be contains all the items between these two sets. Okay, if there are any duplicates will not come. So for example, in this code, if I perform the union, it is going to return a b c 1 2 3 as a output set, and that output set we have saved in a variable called set3 and we are printing it. So let me practically show you that. Let me go to Visual Studio Code. Here I have two sets, set 1, set 2. Set 1 has a b c, set 2 has a d b. Okay, if you see, a is there in the both the sets, b is also there in the both sets. Now let's try to use that union. So set 1 dot union, if you see this intelligence, union is going to return another set as output. So that returned set, let me save it in a new set called set3 maybe. So set 1 dot union, and to the union you need to pass a set. So let me pass my set 2, and then whatever the output from this entire code is getting stored into this variable. So now let me try to print that set 3 here. So let me save these changes, and now if I execute my Python code here, see it returned DCAB. That means all the items from the both the sets, but duplicates are ignored. So A is repeated two times if you take the both the items, but since it is like a duplicate of already existing item, right? So duplicates will be ignored. So this is how union will work. And if I come to update, what update will do, it will not create any new set. That is the reason we are not assigning this entire output into some variable. This is simply going to update the set 1 with the values from the set 2. If there are any duplicates, again it is going to do the same thing, it will not consider. So let me practically show you that. So if I do this set 1 on top of set 1, if I use this update function, if you see the update function intelligence, it will not return anything, so none. That's why we are not assigning anything back into any variable. Now if I try to print the set 1, you will be seeing the similar result. So let me execute this code. See, the same result came. That means a is two times if you take the both the set items, but it came only one time. Why? Because duplicates will be ignored. Okay, so now there is another method called intersection update. What this is going to do, this is going to update this x set with intersection. Usually what is the meaning of intersection? Intersection is common items. For example, here apple is common between the both the sets, and only apple is common, right? So this is going to return back only apple as a output, and it will update that apple as output into this set called x, and that is what we are printing it here. So when you practically see that, you will make sense. So let me go here. So here set has, so the same example, if I use this intersection update, if you see intelligence intersection update is not going to return anything back, it is simply going to update the existing set. So since it is not returning anything back, that's the reason it says none here, and that's the reason we are not assigning this entire thing back into any variable. So if I do intersection between set1 and set2 using this intersection update, then it is going to take only common items between the two, and that's what it will return into this set1. So I am printing that set1 also here. So when I execute this code, you will be seeing, okay, I need to save the changes. Let me save the changes. Now if I execute this, see, it return only a comma b. Why? Because a and b are the only values which are common between the two sets. Now what if I use this intersection method? If you see the intelligence intersection method is going to return another set back. So let's try to assign whatever the output is coming into another set called set3, and in the set3, what it will do, it will do the same thing. Basically it will take the common items and place it into the new set. So let me execute this code and see the output. See, it is also returned same. Okay, and one last thing is, there is something called symmetric difference update and symmetric difference. What this will do, this is symmetric difference update is going to update this x set with the different values. For example, the values should not exist in the another set. For example, here apple is available in both the sets, so it will not come. Banana is not there, it will come. Cherry is not there, it will come. Google is not there, it will come. Microsoft is not there, it will come. So all non-common items will come. So let me practically show here. So here non-common items are C and D, right? If you compare both, so that's how it will come. So let me do one thing here. So let me use this symmetric difference update, right? So let me remove this, and here let me type this symmetric difference update. If you see the intelligence of this symmetric difference update, it is not returning any set back. That is the reason I removed a variable before here. So let me use this symmetric difference update and pass the set2, and then simply print that set1. And if I run this code, it return only D comma C, non-common items. So D and C. Same thing will be returned if you use this symmetric difference also, but symmetric difference is going to generate a new set out of this code. So that's the reason we should make sure to save it in another variable. And now let's try to print that set3 here, and if I execute this code, same output came, right? So this is how you perform joins using all these type of different types of functions: union, update, intersection, symmetric difference, and symmetric difference update. So not only this, there are so many other methods available in the sets. All the methods are listed here. We can try all these methods as well. If you have seen my previous video and this video, you know about this add, clear, copy, difference update, discard, intersection update. All these things we have discussed in our previous video and this video. These items, right, from here to here we have not discussed. These items you can try for your own. Okay, this is like a homework. If you see the description, this function is going to returns whether two sets have intersection or not, and this is going to return whether another set contains this particular set or not. So the description itself is self-explanatory. So please try this. Pop is actually like similar to remove. It is going to remove the element from the set. Okay, but pop will not guarantee which item it will remove, but remove will guarantee which item it will remove, because we have to supply the element name which you want to delete. Then symmetric difference we discussed, symmetric difference update we discussed, union we discussed, update we discussed. So we discussed almost everything except these few functions. So this is like a homework. Please try to do that. So with this I am closing this sets topic. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification whenever I add videos. Thank you so much.